Hi, this is Joy Heartwell, the founder of Empower People Academy. Welcome to this hangout. Hello, EBA family. I am so glad that you are here today to join me on a hangout. So I know that a lot of you have been asking me if we have a hangout yesterday. So here it is. It's Saturday in the Philippines. It's 10:16 in Manila, and it's 8:60 here in Canada. If ever you're asking me where am I based, really, I'm based in the States, but I'm here in Canada for a vacation and also for a business um, trip. So I've been here for almost a month already, and I'm enjoying it. But at the same time, I have to finish a lot of stuff here, business-wise, before I head to fly back to the States and then fly to the Philippines. So welcome. I don't know if I want to see everyone. Uh, so let's give us time. Okay, so I don't know who else is going to join me. So I might as well check the thread. So let me know. I'm making sure that everyone has the link because I just posted it. I hope everyone is able to see it. Okay, hi, Nikki. You said you're here. So, I don't know where you guys are at. Are you watching the Google and on YouTube? Uh, Hi, Lucy. So you are just watching? Hi, Roxanne. Yes. Um, Hello, Jane. And Nicole, hello. How are you? Ellen de la Cruz. Yes. Anymore else? Who is with me? I see that there are so many people that said that they're gonna join me, and it's just a lot of them. It's like Reina, Jen Sanchez, Nikki, Roxy, John Ray, Willie, Rosalie, Ella, Bernard, Yan Yan, Lito, Mercy, Ram, Gary, Van, Marlene, Raven, Mary Joyce, Jupiter, Arian, sorry. Nagsistates mo sa maarte, Arian. So, boy Sir Michelle, Jane, Ives, your honor. I don't see you on the panel, so who is with me? Joy, Mar Alvarez, Mary Jean, Rolando Ferrer, Ivy, Marinor Cyrus, Dena, Mario. You will try to join, yes. Carlo Fernandez, Eddie, Ariane Armada, Maricel Tonko, Ellen de la Cruz, Rowena, Mayflower MF, hi, Jasmine Almeida. These are the people that says Bian Grace Lynn, Erica, Bon Lapus, John Law, Edna, Marites, Jennifer De Jesus, Letty, MJ Macaraig. You said you're gonna. Okay, the link. It's the link is in that post. So if you're going to join me um, in the event, I mean, if you're in the panel, then here. Okay. Hope everyone is having a good morning so far. Okay, I'm gonna give you more time to few minutes for people to watch and join. Hold on, just trying to. Um, Let me just uh, try to do some playlists here so I have some music. Okay, you guys still there? Okay, so last time that we had a hangout, we talked about several things actually. The first one is to setting the goals that you have for this year, and then after setting your goals or making clear your goals, we set our intentions before the universe. And I think because nagkasakit ako, I wasn't able to um, open up a thread and let everyone set their intentions. And we're going to do that today. We really have to do that because as a family, as a group, I want to make sure that we're able to do that together in agreement and we set our intentions before the universe. We confess what we really want to happen for this year. And I know that I mentioned to you before na you can set your intentions for your personal uh, goal and then of course declare it to the universe. But at the same time, for us as an EPA family, we want to do that together. So I am just excited to do that with you, all of you, because I want to really know what your goals are and what you see, what you want to happen on a specific date. The setting of intentions is very important para alam natin na ano ba talaga ang ine-expect natin to happen within 2015, whether you set your intentions and your goals in the first 6 months or for the whole year. So it doesn't really matter kung anong time frame. What's important is you are holding on to that goal, and then with that goal, you are setting your intentions before the universe so that you are already opening up your way that even if hindi mo pa nakikita, hindi pa nangyayari, rather, you are already seeing yourself, you're seeing your vision, your goal, your dreams on that specific day. So I'm excited. We also talked about the three things that stops from having a personal growth. So, and I hope that somehow you're able to apply that in your everyday. Okay? Napaka-importante yon na every day we kind of like assess ourselves. How was I yesterday and how was I so that I know today, alam ko na yung dapat kong um, i-correct. Like for me, um, uh, it's been like since yesterday, like my body's kind of like been sluggish and parang tinatamad ako, and at the same time kind of like feel the medyo merong irritability, around me. But, it's because I'm going to have, the girls thing every month we have it. So I'm and there are times that I will feel the 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 mood will change, and I always say that it's okay. I mean, we're not perfect. I'm human, you are human. It does happen to us, but as much as possible, what's important is what you do when you feel it. Like today, like there's so many things na marami rin akong naramdaman. I worked all day today, and it's just going from one thing to another is a lot of effort already. So I'm thinking, it's like my body is a bit sluggish, but my mind is very strong mind, and I have the strong will, and that keeps me um, going, because it's one thing to feel that it's one thing that your body feels sick or weak. Another thing when your mind is alive, working, and just wouldn't stop. And most of the time, l- for me, ganun lagi. I always get hit with my physical, you know, body, and then my health issues. But my mind is very strong that I always want to kind of like push myself to the limit. So, and somehow it's good, but on the other hand, there there's I think it's a disadvantage when you're just so over, your mind is over your body. Kasi medyo sobra naman. Some people say, I push myself too much. But, that's why it's important to really balance everything. But with the kind of work that I have, it's not like it's a simple thing. Like I'm an online entrepreneur, a single mom. But, like with my projects, EPA is not just my project. I have my IT software project, and other things that I want to do. So, yeah, and that's the reason why I wanted to talk to you about uh, today. On becoming an online entrepreneur, on being part of EPA family. Um, this is one thing that I wanted to talk to you about today. But before I go further, let me just see if I have people here. So, I don't know what people are not with me, but it's fine kung hindi. Hold on. Um, I wanted to um, I wanted to greet CJ, my daughter, and Francis, and Nels, the people that I carry in my heart, Papa Nelson. So far, my stay here in Canada has been really good. I feel like um, I'm almost complete. Almost because you know I still have other people that I carry back home in the Philippines. But being here in Canada is such a blessing. My best friend and I have been together for, we were best friends for 20 years. Yung isang best friend ko, si Imelda, for 25 years. Siya yung nasa Philippines, and she's the one in charge of Rebuild the Philippines. Siya yung missionary, at the same time social worker na siya, and she's handling the project in Tacloban. And when I get to the Philippines, I'm gonna be flying to Tanawan, Tacloban na, later, and then we'll see all the people. So I also wanted to greet the love of my life. I miss you. We haven't talked, but that's part of life. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. You're probably at work, so yeah. Hi. So, and to all my EPA family, I really am so thankful that you're there. Grabe ang growth, grabe ang change ng EPA family. Ever since I started doing all of this hangout, I realized that so many of you. Hi, Serwin. Sorry. Hi, Serwin. You're watching. I hope you're okay. I love you and take care of yourself. I'm gonna come and see you when I fly to the Philippines. I love you and Marisol. Yes. Loida, if you're watching, Alvic, Cyrus, you too. I love you. Be strong. Make sure you're gonna be okay. Okay. And Marlon, that like I was saying that ever since I did all this hangout, I started doing all this hangout. So many of you are responding, and there's been a great feedback, and I am so glad because every time I post, so I'm seeing all of you. I'm seeing at least the 200 people that are I'm I'm who's been supporting me consistently, and even if I have like 1,500 on my list. Um, to activate 1,000 people. Eh, I wonder sometimes where are these people, and I only have this 200 people with me. That's fine. I just need all of you because I found out that a lot of the people are waiting. Some are not on Facebook, and I can understand that. And I love the fact that, whenever I post, when I was talking to you about the law of attraction, of, like showing out there what you're manifesting, whatever you are, what's inside of you, you're trying to amplify, you're trying to bring out whatever your desires, and you're showing to the world that you are part of EPA, that you are part of not just a make money online business or an academy, but a movement of people who really, really want to empower themselves or get empowered and at the same time empower other people, give back, and make a difference. So I love the fact that those 200 people that are consistently with me are running with me with the vision. And thank you that yung strategy natin is we don't chase people, we don't spam their walls, or we don't push ourselves. What we do is, as a group, we move together. Okay, we respond to each other. Like I every time I post, make sure you read it well. When I say type, like, and share, I've been getting a lot of response like this hangout. I said type me, like, and share. And the reason why I'm doing that is our strategy as a group. When people see that we're making a noise, when people see, and really a lot of people are seeing it. What are we doing? Who are these people? Who is Joy Hartwell? What is she up to? So people are curious, okay? And then when they find out now, okay, they're really as a family, they love each other. They see me, and I show it to you on Facebook. This is how I train. Whatever I do, try to learn from what I do because this is the style. This is the way you're gonna see me and see or learn in EDA. The social media is so powerful when it's done the right way. It's really powerful, but on the other hand, it can give you less credibility. Kumbaga, kapag ginamit nyo yung social media ng maayos, ng the proper way, na hindi kayo nagmumukhang basta na lang salesman or puro ka na lang pitch in, or offer ng offer, nakakasira yan ng credibility. Now, what we're doing here is that every time I post and this hangout is very powerful. That's why I love the fact that leaders and members, you share this hangout. Para kung hindi nyo pa ma-explain sa mga tao, these hangouts will speak for itself kung ano ba talagang Empower People Academy. Kasi ang isa sa mga nakakadraw sa atin is we're really a family. I mean, if you watch me, I'm not pitching and not even putting the link of Empower People Academy. Hardly would you see that I post the empowerpeopleacademy.com link. Why? Because it's not for me to do that yet. Okay? Maybe in the future, once it's fully launched. What I'm trying to do is to show the people through these hangouts that we are giving value. Okay? First things first, before you can even sell to people, okay, you have to show some value. You have to give some value to the people. Ang tanong is, okay, sino ka naman para makinig ako sa'yo? Anong ma-offer mo sa akin? Because ang style is, Empower People Academy, it's not all about me. It's not all about the mentors. It's about you. It's about the members. It's about the mentees na mentor ng Empower People Academy mentors. Kung ano yung pwedeng namin maitulong sa inyo. Now, as an internet marketer, as an online entrepreneur, when you launch yourself out there, you have to show who you are. That's why it's so important to brand yourself. Brand yourself in such a way na, ano ba, how do you want people to see you? Like, for example, you're a leader of Empower People Academy. For example, see Mark, how do you want people to see you? Do you want people to see you as a leader of an MLM company or as a leader of an Empower People Academy? Or do you want to be seen as, or to be seen or as somebody else, like a musician or something, or a teacher, whatever? The branding is so important, and we're gonna teach you that inside Empower People Academy. But in one of the hangouts, as soon as maayos ko lang talaga yung schedule ko with the other mentors, we are gonna have start doing that with other mentors so that the people will see sino ba tong mga mentors before they can even join Empower People Academy. What we want to do, Empower People Academy wants to give value. Okay? Give value. Magbigay ka muna before you even get from people. Okay? And once you give value, once they watch all of these hangouts, and makita nila na, okay, may value, hindi lang yung make money online. Meron din yung, it's like a family or a movement na tayo as a group, we're moving and we're really believing, we're showing forth our desire, our faith na kaya natin to as a group. And nakaka-draw to ng tao. Kaya nakaka-draw to ng tao because makikita nila na, okay, hindi lang sila basta-basta nag-make money or hindi lang sila basta sales people or something. And that's why, like I said, it's important that every time I post, you respond, you like, you comment, and then you share. This is not for me per se, it's for us as a group, for EPA, so people will know, wow, solid talaga sila. Okay? And like back to what I was saying a while ago, na I show on Facebook that I am a human being. You know, I show my character, I show my personality, I show who I am, that I'm a mom. Lately lang talaga ako nagsimula mag-selfie. Umarte-arte na rin si Motherland. But really, if you look at my Facebook, since the time na bago mag-FTB and Empower People Academy, I hardly really take pictures of myself. I'm a photographer myself when I was like in high school and in college. I love to take pictures. That's why kami nga nung husband ko, wala kami masyadong pictures. Kung meron man kami maraming pictures, yung mga friends namin. Pero yung kaming dalawa, wala masyado. Because nagkataon na now that I'm in social media, and now that I have Empower People Academy, I have to expose myself and to put myself out there. And the way I'm doing it is that I'm showing people that, hey, I have a life. I go to the gym, I dance, I have fun, and when I get sick, I let you know, because we're a family. And that's what I want people to perceive who I am. Gusto kong isipin nila na, okay, hey, I'm not just an online entrepreneur. I'm not just a software designer or in IT development, but I'm also a human being, and I'm a lady and I'm a woman, and I love to, dance. I love to exercise. I love to lose weight because I need to get fit. I'm going to be traveling here and there, having a lot of EPA events, not just in the Philippines, but in other countries. So I show who I am, and napaka-importante yun that you show to people that you're authentic, that you are real, and that you're a human being. So, and that's why I'm not perfect. So, and I show people I'm not perfect. I get emotional. I get irritated. I get crazy. So far crazy in a good way, right? So yeah. Before we go to the topic, let me just go over the thread. Uh, yeah, with Lloyda, like anyone else, I just want to make sure that you are all great, happy, and hold on. Okay, so uh, I don't know. I'm gonna check. Uh, okay, so leaders, how are you doing? Mark, Roxy, Vic. Yes. Okay. Before we continue, let me talk about the activation. Okay. Talagang talagang sobrang challenge talaga sa akin mag-fund ng account ko. When finally I got my card from the States and then I activated it yesterday. Binlock ng US because mahigpit talaga ang US when it comes to fraud. But anyway, back to the funding. Ang STP ang bago ng transfer. So, I have to load my card sa STP, nakalink, okay? Now, to even transfer to FTB, mabagal din. So, kanina, I talked to Dexter and sabi niya, he'll just give me another link. So far, nakapag-activate ako because I used this card directly. Now, so yeah, so just be patient with me. I'm keeping up. I'm gonna keep up with um, keep up with the isa sa mga na-encounter ko is that yung mga usernames, some of them I have to do it three times to find your usernames. Like si Darwin. Darwin, up to now, I haven't really, hindi ko talaga siya nakita. So Mark, I don't know kung sino na-create ng kay Darwin. What I can do really is to ask Zener or Renz or Fur or Ray or whoever to create. If you can do it, Mark, I don't know. Try get get him another username, register him again, and then I will activate him. Now, guys, before we continue, I continue talking about the topic for today. Um, I want to explain to you how do we go over the activation. So, it used to be nung dating iba't ibang link, yung personal link. From my back office, I just look for your username and then click activate. So, funded ka na. But now that we're doing team build, it's kind of like a different process. What I do is, since kayo na nga yung nag-register para sa sarili nyo, I look for your username and then, so step one, uh, I click the transfer funds, and then it'll give me a box that would let me type kung anong username yun. So I will type your username. Pag nahanap siya at valid yung username, magbibigay ng several options doon kung how much yung ifa-fund ko. So since 125, pagka-click ko nun, hindi siya agad nag-go through. What happens is, FTB will send me a code para ipapaste dun sa box. So, sinisend nila yun sa email. So, what I do is, I go to my email and then copy the code and then paste that code dun sa transferring of funds page. So, as soon as ma-paste ko yung code and I hit the click, that's the time na sasabing funds has been transferred. So what I do is, if napansin nyo, when we were doing it last night, I was telling people, okay, activate your account now. Funds have been sent. So technically right now, compared nung sariling link at hindi tayo team build, I can activate you from my back office. Now, it has to be you who will have to do that because tinanggal na nga namin sa process yung alam namin username and everything kami yung papasok. No, kayo na. So, right now, guys, if you're asking me, how will you be activated? By the time na sinend ang funds sa account nyo, and we tell you, okay, activate it, you have to go to your back office. Mag-login kayo doon at i-activate mo yung module 1. And I think sa loob ng Empower People Academy official group, merong dong kanya-kanyang, merong dong instruction on how you do it. Yung mga other leaders, nakita ko rin that nag-post sila sa loob ng group page nila. And I'm so glad that all the leaders, I see a lot of leaders like si Anne Bergar, si Mark, si Lucille. So far, I haven't visited all of them, but si Mayflower, si Ems, some I haven't seen it, but nakikita ko lang. I mean, some I haven't visited the page, but I can see some news feed ko na that you are helping your downlines and your people, and I'm so glad, leaders. Thank you for doing a great job because darating yung panahon na mas madami to join. And yes, right now I was telling you that stop yung registration because we're doing an activation. I will let you know tomorrow if we are going to open the registration tomorrow. But you have to know. Kakain pa rin after. Hindi, iba. Bakit naman? Hold on. Sorry guys, it's my best friend asking me where I'm on a live and talking to my best friend. I will eat after this. Okay. I'll figure out later. Whatever.
There's some soup in there.
Soup would be nice. Then soup and regarding, so that would be nice. Sorry guys, it's my daughter, my best friend, and she's asking me if I want what I wanted to eat for dinner. It's 8:49 p.m. Um, so um, sandali. Sandali lang ah. So yeah, but back to what I was saying, nakalimutan ko na kanina sinasabi ko. But yeah, yung talking about the activation. So now, just bear with me, and nawawala. Sorry, kasi meron na kasi message sa akin, and just kind of like making me smile. So yung activation, I'll make sure we finish that. Uh, anyway, siguro. So yeah, activation, just be patient. Kasi, diba, nagkasulat ako, and then the whole process is so different from like before. I can automatically activate you from my back office, but this time I have to then send the funds, and then you have to be the one to do the activation. So, uh, sorry, ang kulit tong, no,
Saan?
nandyan na, somewhere. Ang kulit itong doktora na to. Nakatapis. So, anyway, so it's kind of different now. So let's go to our topic. But before we go to our topic, let me just look at some people if you're having questions and all. Let me look at Loida. Yeah, I see you. We are patiently waiting for activation. No worries. Yes, yes, Loida, I will activate you today. Don't worry. Uh, Oh, how Therese Gonzalez. Hello, I love you, I love you, I love you. And you're supposed to. How about you join me now on live? Just talk to people. I'm about to tell them how important when you're starting an online business, especially when you're a newbie, that it's so important for us or for one to be focused. That's the most important thing because especially when you're new, there's so many noise out there. There's so many programs out there. It's so important that you are focused as an entrepreneur. You're starting an online business. So yes, how about you jump in? Therese Gonzalez is a sister to me, and she's been um, uh, like a family to us. We met in one of the Empower Network um, events in San Diego. And, I love her because we just connected, and she's got so much knowledge and even experience as an online entrepreneur and a net marketer. She is part of EPA, and one day she's gonna be in one of the events, and yep, she's like the one who watches my back and protects me, like also Erica, like a mama bear, but she's more uh, she's closer to me in a sense, like physically, because she lives in LA, and well, in yeah, I think LA, right? Well, at least near LA. And yep, and when she found out that we were staying in Ontario and we were looking at, buying or having a place there in Ontario or buying a house, she wanted to see us. So hello, Therese, I love you, sis. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you, my dear. So, um, I am so glad that whoever is uh, love of my life ko, humihingi ng kiss. Yan. Just kidding. Ano ba yan? What the heck? Sorry guys. Gusto ko lang na-starve. Hindi ako na-starve, na-distract lang ako kasi love ko kasi eh. Sobrang ganun eh. Sobrang inspired ako. But at the same time, nahirap din ng mamahal. May ganyan eh. Kasi you're building, when you're building a relationship like EPA, nagbi-build tayo ng foundation. It's like up, down, up, down. And lately, we're getting to know each other in this stage, blah blah blah, long distance, blah blah blah. So it's kind of like hard, but at the end of the day, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. That's why I posted that. Uh, uh, I posted that image that my life isn't perfect, but I am thankful. I'm thankful for you, EPA. My life isn't perfect, but I'm thankful for everything I have. I have my daughter. I have my family here. Um, uh, so um, yeah, yeah. I was looking at the thread and asking. So I don't know. I'm trying to wait for Cherise. I know if you are, and I know you just said you're watching me. I get distracted, getting messages. You should be here to kind of like cover for me, and just talk. It's kind of lonely to be up here, and I don't have my leaders. Usually, Cherise, the leaders are with me on the panel, and they're kind of interact with me. But right now, no one is with me, so it's just me doing the monologue and all. Um, so later on, what we're going to do is uh, I know we were supposed to do this last time because I got sick. What we're going to do is I'm going to open up a thread, and I will start with me setting my intentions before the universe, and then all of you will follow. So just follow the format, and I've told you how to do it. It's so important that as a group, as an EPA family, we do it all together. We come into agreement, and we set our intentions before the universe. So, okay, let's move on to the topic. Before I move on, any questions for me, like regarding the activation and all? I need to see if you guys have any question for me. Just type yes, Raven. Hi. Just type your questions. Don't sa join me here ang do sa last post ko. If you can type your question, much better. Hey, John Lou. Yes, hi, Miss V. Repol here. Van. Oh, hindi ma-access. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe you just have to watch me on YouTube. It's means some technical problem. So if you have questions, yeah. So let's go to um, our topic for today. Um, Again, we've covered in the past hangout, the importance of setting your goals, for this year and the next coming years for creating your goals and writing it down and setting your intentions before the universe. And then we talked about the three things that stop you from your personal growth. Now, what I wanted to talk about is as an online entrepreneur na magkakasama tayo, lahat tayo nagsisimula. Of course, hindi ako nagsimula. Started here six years ago. I became an online entrepreneur. So if this is the first time that you're watching this hangout, welcome to this hangout. And yes, hold on. Yes, I'm an online entrepreneur, a single mom with now a 5-year-old daughter. Her name is CJ. My story is the reason I got into this business is that um, I came to America 2007 as a special ed teacher. I was hired by a public school in Virginia, and I worked with children with developmental disabilities, emotional behavior, um, all. It's just I basically was assigned in middle school, and that's grade 5, 6, 7, 8. And along the way, what happened was when I got married and then had CJ and then lost my husband, I had to make sure that I find a way to raise my daughter and put her, give her, you know, enough, um, take care of her, and at the same time earn money. So yeah, ang story po, it's yeah, it's once you read the book, you will know the story. Kung ano talagang story ni Joy Heartwell, my journey in America. It wasn't all glory, but it was so worth it. Whatever I've been through, even if I lost my husband, So when I lost my husband, that was the time I said, okay, I need to make money. I want to learn how to make money online, to have a business online, at the same time be able to take care of CJ. And so I did that. So during the time na I was grieving, instead of grieving and crying every night, and my line was always, I turned those grieving nights to productive nights. So instead of me crying, I would, by 10 o'clock, she would be asleep. And what I do is I would watch those videos from the programs that I, got in online. And I would literally watch and learn through these videos. And so instead of me being lonely and wallowing and just, you know, having self pity that I don't have my husband. So yeah, so that's what happened is what happened was I was really focused. I was focused on, I said, I have to find a way. I have to find a way to make money at the same time take care of CJ. So I think last hangout I mentioned to you that after, because my husband passed away in North Dakota, and North Dakota is like the boundary between boundary between the U.S. and Canada. So we're so my best friend lives in Manitoba, and that's like 3 hours away from North Dakota. So when he passed away, we were there for like a month already, and we were thinking at that time that we were going to live there and start a new life, have a family, because there may base doon in my military base. He was gonna have himself transferred there and request na doon na lang siya sign instead of him, you know, sa Virginia. But, unfortunately, he, had a cardiac arrest and passed away July 8th, 2010. So it's it was a sudden thing. It was really an unexpected thing. We were just on a vacation. Actually, we went swimming. So pagbalik na lang namin dun sa hotel, um, yeah, nagkaroon na siya ng cardiac. So anyway, what we did was after the memorial, after the burial rather, we drove to Canada and I stayed here for like I guess about 4 months, 3, 4 months. And I said to myself, na I'm only gonna grieve for those nights, you know. So, so, um, so I, Sita and I think we left. So he passed away July 8th. By July 16th, I was here in Canada. July, August, September, October. By end of October, yeah, 3 months and a half now, I drove from Canada to California, San Francisco for 6 days. And at that time, CJ was only 7 months old. So I told you that in the hangout. But anyway, so at that particular time when my husband passed away and it was only us, you know, who were, you know, we didn't really have any family in the States. But um, no, I cannot. I cannot. So no, I cannot. so yeah. No, later. She's asking me to eat with her and time out, so I said later now. Anyway, so it was my cousin who offered us a place there, and at that time we had to go fix other papers because my husband was in the military, ganyan. I had to make sure one of the pinaka challenging part was that Um, yeah, we were supposed to get something, but we never really got it. So I don't want to talk about that anymore. Um, Hold on. So let me just share you my experience, okay? Because um, I'm practicing the principle or my belief that you can only give what you have. And if kung mapapansin nyo, all these hangouts that I've done, I've been sharing to you guys my life, what I've been through, what I learned, and all of those. And my experience as a single mom and an entrepreneur is one of the major um, things that I will be giving to you guys, my experience as a single mom, as a migrant worker, as an overseas worker, as an online entrepreneur. So these are the things that I want to share to you guys. And when I started this business, like I said, I didn't have a mentor. I just did some research. And I knew that at that time, I already knew that there were like 99% of the programs out there are scams. And and the thing is, before my husband passed away, a year no, when I got to the states, I was already doing some research. So even if I was teaching, I was already active online, but trying to just look for programs and learn and here and there. So up until the time that when I lost my husband and I decided I gotta learn this business. I need to learn this business. I need to make money because I have to take care of CJ hands on. So hold on, let me just plug in my laptop. It's battery is low. So so what happened was when I decided, I found a program and I started with affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing is where you promote other people's product. Now my background is computer science and business, so I know programming and all. I know Java, JavaScript, to create sites and all. So technically, I'm a bit savvy in, you may call that. So it wasn't really hard to understand all this tech stuff. But what was hard is ang hirap was if you get into a program and then you try to learn from that, but yung program na yon, when you get stuck, nobody's there to even help you. Like I don't have a mentor, I don't have somebody who I can really talk to and help me, get unstuck. Madalit salita, I suffered like information overload. If you look at all the programs, the membership sites online, they give all everything to you in one platter, like a library. When you go to a library, you see all these books, you know. And for many years before, and this is why it took a while before I, launched Empower People Academies, because I learned from all these membership sites. I was consistently a member for about 4 years of two membership sites, and that is the jobcrusher.com and Chris Farrell. Even until now, I'm actually a member of these two sites. And all these years, for like 4 years in those times, I learned from these sites kung, what how is it going to be effective if because of the fact that I have a different market. When I thought of Empower People Academy, when I thought of the Empower People Academy, I already knew kung ano yung market ko. And ang market ko is Filipinos. I wanted to help Filipinos, not just in the Philippines, but really Filipinos in different countries. That's why I told you before the number one vision of Empower People Academy is to help and teach overseas workers because of the fact that when I got to the States, there's so many heartbreaking stories, and I couldn't, you know, I couldn't bear the fact that I was hearing people, my teachers, fighting with their husbands eventually, um, you know, husbands or wives, um, what we call this, committing infidelity and then broken marriage. Or I hear these stories wherein kids in back home in the Philippines are not being well taken care of because their mom and dad and all, they're not there for them. So it's all those heartbreaking stories that um, that I heard, and then the most heartbreaking are the people that are working in Saudi Arabia. And then when you learn that ang kinikita lang nila is $500, which is like 20,000, swerte na nila. Or I mean, swerte ng iba na nakapag-earn ng $1,000. Pero ang average talaga is nasa $500 to $700 na. And then they get abused, some of them molested, all these heartbreaking stories. And ang pinaka painful is that if you're a mom, and you have, you know, a baby in back home in the Philippines, and you're not there to take care of your baby or your children, or if you're dad, then you're supposed to be the head of the family. It's all of these I could relate to. So that's why I said, if I come up with Empower People Academy and teach all of these overseas workers how to really build a solid business online, and to be able to have a minimum, income, actually more than enough to support their family and themselves, say more than $700 or $1,000. I said this is no sweat, and I knew it in my heart even before that I am able to do that. But back then when I was thinking of doing Empower People Academy, that was 2 years after me being already successful, or me also already earning money online. Naisip ko talaga na I have to show the Filipinos how to do it. So yeah, and it's all that's why the overseas workers, the OFWs, are very special to my heart, because um, so yeah. Anyway, um, when you're starting a business, the most important thing is that you come in with the right mindset. And I told you that over and over. I kept saying this in the hangouts, in the videos, that even if you're starting with Empower People Academy and we're paying your way into a program, even if you know that you won't have to spend money, it's important that you come in with the right mindset. And I was telling you that when you come into EPA, think that you already are an online entrepreneur. Even if you haven't seen your earnings, even if you haven't, hindi nyo pa na titigman yung pera, wala pang laman yung bulsa or anything, nasa mind nyo that you are already an entrepreneur. And that since you're starting this business, your mindset is you are an entrepreneur, and that you are supposed to focus and to work on your business and not think that it's just like a hobby. Na, okay, today I'm going to do it, then tomorrow I'm not going to do it. No, you have to consistently do everything that you have to do to start, and to start the business at the same time, continue working on your business every day. So let's go to the word focused and concentration. I learned this many times. I mean, I learned this the hard way because of the fact that I'm a type of person that I just enjoy doing a lot of things, because of my orientation, my background, a programmer, a business. As early as 16 years old, I was already working, and I'm into marketing. I had my own business. I was running a business. I got into export by the time I was 24. I told you I was already earning kind of like millions in peso. And because of the fact that I have a lot of kind of like gifts in me, like I can get into something and I know I'm gonna excel, because I'm perfectionist to a certain degree that kaya ko yan, I can do this, I can do this. So hold on, sorry. So what happened was, um, I kind of got into a lot of things. I had I was running a business, I was in a call center, and at the same time I was teaching. I was doing three different things. Now, at that time, before I got into the three different things, I already knew that I could handle it, you know. But on the other hand, there's still other setbacks. Sometimes there were times that it was so hard to keep up with everything. Like I would be running a business, and then at the same time I was in a call center. I would be in a graveyard shift, and then the next day I'm gonna have to teach and all. So I was kind of like doing three things at the same time. It was actually more than three things, believe me. And um, and there's nothing really wrong with that, but I realized because of the fact that I've worked in a as a project manager for 2 years in a big IT company in the Philippines called Sastec Philippines. I learned. I learned everything there. I learned how to manage my time. I learned how to handle my production people. Like I had my own programmers, my QA, my encoders. I had an encoders in house, 1,000 people. At the same time, I was also managing um, uh, what do you call this? Yung mga outsourcing subcontractors of that company. So I would visit the production, about five different productions in different areas. So I learned how to manage all of these as a project manager. But when I was doing that, I realized that when I became a project manager, I was doing that thing alone. I was still, trying to do the ministry and the um, foundation because I was for 3 decades. I've been, doing a lot of mission and outreach work with my best friend Mel's. But when I would focus on that project, because I was like a client um, interface. I was facing the clients in the States, in Europe. That was my training in the Philippines. And I would be on a conference call with them. So I developed my confidence and I would speak to them in English language, and we would talk about their requirements. And most of the time when they ask you, because it was a data conversion project. So with that being said, the requirements are very strict, and when they say 100% or 99.99% accurate yung output mo, you have to make sure as a project manager that you're able to deliver, one, on time, two, is according to their requirements. And that's when I kind of like developed how to be organized, how to run your production, how to focus on one thing. And I really focused on that a lot because otherwise, my work as a project manager would be, uh, on the line. I mean, I can always get kicked out. So the importance of, now that I'm an online entrepreneur, going back to when I was starting, when I suffered information overload, na ang dami-daming kung kailangan pag-aralan. But there's no mentor. At the same time, the program isn't sufficient enough for me to get unstuck because they're only going to show you certain things. Merong mga programs that they created the programs, but they don't have it as a goal that by the end of the program you're already a full-fledged online entrepreneur. Most of these programs are created with a plan um, in advance that okay, if this is the first program, the next thing you know, kailangan bumili na naman kayo ng another program and another program. So some of these gurus, some of these internet marketers who created their programs, ang goal na lang na talaga is magbenta, magbenta, magbenta. But they don't have it in their hearts na okay, you know, kailangan ang goal is maging online entrepreneur sila. Ang goal is at least ma-master man nilang isang business model, okay? So, and so that's why Empower People Academy, the goal here is to teach, to educate through the mentors. For every course, there's a mentor. For every business model, there's a mentor. And the mentors are not just, me. These mentors are the people who have been there, who've done that, and the people who will show you the way. That's always my mind. Been there, done that, and will show you the way. Because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to follow those who've been there. But the ones that I really chose were the people that I kind of like know already and have worked with and are people who have the credibility and integrity. And that's why with the right program and a mentor, it's really gonna be perfect. And and but let's go back to you being an online entrepreneur. It's so important to learn how to focus, especially if you're a newbie. I have nothing against with you promoting other companies or other products and all. That's, if you want to do that, that's fine. But if you're going to be in Empower People Academy, you have to focus on what we're doing here. These hangouts are all for you. Eventually, you're going to be inside Empower People Academy, and this is like a preparation. Before you can even taste how it is to be in the academy, you are already learning from me, from the hangouts, and eventually for the other mentors who are going to be joining me on the hangouts. So you have to focus because chances are, if you do 3, 4, 5 things at the same time, you may go fast, but you won't go for farther. Kumbaga, okay, sabihin mo na, especially women, we love to brag about we can multitask. We were created to multitask, not like other men. Excuse me, sorry, men. But in reality, we are really good in multitask. We can talk on the phone. We can be chat online. We can cook at the same time, laundry. It's just a lot of stuff that we could do. But uh, yes, hold on. So we ang importante ng focus sa inyo, lalo na kayong mga baguhan. Because sa Empower People Academy, pagdating nyo doon, the program itself is strict. We have a checklist that you need to do for at least an hour, sometimes 45 minutes. And you have to do everything. I'm not giving it all to you in one platter. So in Empower People Academy, there are several courses. That several courses mainly are the different business models that you can learn or do, online. But we don't give it to you sabay-sabay. It has to be one course and then it's a strict thing. And the reason why I did that is so that you can follow through step by step and that you can focus on this alone. For example, if we're teaching you how to sell on Amazon, we're only going to show you videos and materials and hangouts. We are only going to talk about that alone. We're not even going to tell you how to do crowdfunding. We're not going to tell you with other business models, but with that alone, because there's power when you focus. Instead of having five projects at the same time, it has been a it has been proven that if you have one project and you set your goal and do that, you'll be efficient, it'll be effective. At the same time, you'll be able to get it done. Rather than having five projects at the same time, you'll end up um, without you'll end up having all those five projects not being finished because you were not focused. Your mind is everywhere, and it's proven. And I've learned that, even in as a project manager, when I had like five projects at this given, it was so hard to cope up. I mean, I got trained eventually to do all of those, but there was a time when I would just had one project. That project in itself was so perfect, almost perfect, and it was so successful because I focused all my energy in one thing alone. When you're focused and you concentrate, that's the two things that you need to. The secret in being successful, and if you even if you read other authors and from experts. I mean, Brian Tracy talks about this, even Jim Rohn. Um, but it's really Brian Tracy who said focus and concentration, you know. And when you're focused and you put all your energy there, then you're able to, have all your mind and your energy and your heart and everything. You're like a mule. Alam niyo ba yung mule yung sa kalesa, di ba? May ganun. Bakit? Kasi para focus lang sa daan. Kasi kung hindi, madidistract. You have to kind of like be like a mule to a certain degree that you're, so that you will avoid distraction. Nakaka-distract kasi every day there are people coming up with programs. Every day merong mga MLM programs. Every day kung ano-anong naglalabas. Now, I'm not saying I have nothing against you promoting, but if you can, at kung kaya nyo rin lang naman, while you're here in Empower People Academy and you are um, starting this business with me and with the family, focus and concentrate, pay attention to these hangouts, to instructions. Like, for example, let's take a look at this process of registering in FTB. As soon as you register in FTB, you have to register in STP, and it's free. And then once you register in STP, you have to have your verification of your ID inside FTB. All of these instructions, if you're focusing on that, on your registration, first things first, you register and you do all of these so that by the time you're already inside, you already know na okay, I'm prepared for the next instruction. Okay, so these little things can distract you, you know, and instead of having a lot of things, a lot of projects, a lot of things that you're working on, try to work on one thing. And I can guarantee you, when you focus on one thing and you put all your energy, it'll be successful. And I told you, like, you can have five projects, and I experienced that, as a project manager. And even in reality, I was like doing call center, I was teaching at the same time, running my own business. I was successful, but it wasn't as, I was powerful that nah, I could have just concentrated on one thing and then there you go. But like I said, I trained, but there are other people who can't do that. That they cannot handle all of these multitasking. I'm not just saying the men, but even women, you know. And I I'm still learning, you know, because I'm a single mom. My flaws right now are I have not been able to, you know, give full attention to CJ because of my work. and because of my advocacy and because of EPA and others, and I'm working on that. You know, I know that I have to focus more on her. She has to be in school. She's 5 years old, and that's that every time I talk about this, it kind of pricks my heart because she's my big why. I'm doing this because of her. Although, like I said before, I don't just exist because of my family, my friends, my daughter, but I exist for a high purpose. I exist to make a difference. And this Empower People Academy is like fulfilling my purpose, or one of my purposes on earth. And like I said, I'm gonna bring it up again. Na EPA for 3 decades we've been supporting foundations and other people and giving them money, but EPA is going to teach people how to fish, teach people where to get the fish, and teach people how to sell the fish. Thanks to the king, I learned that when during the humanitarian summit at the United Nations. So yeah, focus and concentration is very, very important because once you've trained yourself to focus on one thing, na at least in mga newbie, a lot of you, you know, I can joke around and say, I mean, I didn't realize that there are people who don't know what an email address is, you know. I think one of the people said, ask us, one of the leaders, sabi, ano ba yung email address? Pwede na bang puntahan yan? Eh, gawin na eh, you know. So it's like all of those bizarre, you know, I may be going out on the extreme here, but there are a lot of you who are not technically savvy. Hindi sanay pa sa technology, hindi pa sanay sa internet. Meron ng Facebook, they have, but wala naman talagang friends. You know, they don't know how to approach people and market. So these are the things that you're going to learn in Empower People Academy that you're going to be able to uh, so sorry. That's one of the things that you will learn in Empower People Academy, that we will teach you how to use social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google, Plus, LinkedIn. Different mentors will discuss to you how are you able to use this social media to promote your product or to promote other people's product or to promote yourself if you want to be a life coach or something. So that's it. Basically, what I have for you is just simple, that you have to focus. You have to learn how to focus. And then take away all the things that will distract you. TV, okay? You know, I've learned from my mentor, Brendan Bouchard, on how to become really productive. And to a certain degree, Empower Network discussed this in that you have to have a schedule, right? And then you follow your schedule. But the people that are very successful and productive, they don't spend much time um, with emails. Now with social media, they will, but there will come a time that there's a time where you have to shut off Facebook and concentrate on marketing your business. When you're in business online, it's one thing to do the admin stuff, like the basic stuff, like your email and your um, other things, your social media, talking to people and all. But really, when you're in doing an online business, you're basically marketing either yourself, a product, or a service. So every day you should be marketing your business. You don't market your business today and not do it tomorrow. Consistency is so important. And it's so hard to be consistent when you're not focused. Because if you're having five things at the same time, you might miss something that you're supposed to do for one project. Therefore, you break the pattern of being consistently doing it every day. So yeah, that's all I have, I have for you. That you have to focus and you have to concentrate. You have to learn to shut off the noise. Okay. Now, when you are doing hangouts, don't multitask. When you listen to me, if for example you're taking care of your daughter or you're doing something, um, try to watch it again when there's no noise and you have full concentration so that you're able to absorb everything that we teach you during hangouts. And reading, we're doing is we're giving you value, we're teaching you what we have done. Like I said, we can only give what we have. I can only give what I have. And this I have experienced that when you begin or when you start your online business, chances are you will have an information overload. It's like you, because it happened to me when I didn't have a mentor. I know a lot already. I know how to create sites. I know how to do marketing campaigns. I know how to do my autoresponder and all. But there was, but I got stuck. And then I wanted everything to be perfect. But I learned that, in this business, you don't have to be perfect. You can come up with something and then create your site, hindi dapat perfect yung site. Then you can tweak or change it, tweak it, build, tweak everything. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, when you're being distracted with all of these noise, whether programs, services, or other people, like all this negative energy every day, you have to kind of like take it away from you, take it away from you. And I told you about the power of confession and speaking it loud. You don't just say, just look at the fear like that. You have to say it and you say, I'm taking out the fear. Just say, it doesn't have to be like spectacular, just plain and simple. You speak, you take away every fear, you take away every distraction. You can even say, you can even look at the mirror and just say, Joy Hartwell, you're not going to get frustrated today just because you're experiencing pain or you're not going to be irritated. And I talk to myself, really, and I say that to myself. But, lately I've been a lot, because of what I've been through after the accident. And then I got sick and all. It's really my physical pain, that's my challenges lately. But I have a strong mind. That's why I am speaking and confessing it that, hey, I'm talking to my body. I say, no, you are going to be well. But I cannot just say it without me doing my thing. So I had to kind of like focus on making sure, okay, I go to the doctors, I get the help, I take my meds and everything. So in this area, physically, I'm fine. So with all of you, with you guys, it may be different. For example, you are having, I hear a lot of stories. I watch my inbox, ang dami-dami talagang problema. So many problems, different stories to tell. But, and that's why I never stop. It's really in my heart to be able to take every one of you to the finish line, to take you from A to Z, Empower People Academy. But I cannot do this by myself. That's why when I tell you something, act on it. Okay, I told you last hangout that, you know, to take away the doubt, right? The number one thing that stops you from having a personal growth is doubt. Remember that? But if you replace that doubt with faith, but faith or believing something that you haven't seen it is not enough. You have to take action, right? And when you take action, that's the time you learn and you master. So every time you take action and you try and you do it, you become competent. And when you become competent, you will develop the confidence. So, and I told you, psychology talks about, you know, having it's a loop. You keep on trying, you develop confidence, and then you develop confidence until you master, and then you're able to. It's so hard. to master something when you're not focused and concentrating. Like I told you, you can go fast, but not far. It, like I, I've done it before. I was like, wow, I was so proud. I can do this. I can do this. Do this. I was like, there's a saying that jack of all trades, master of none. I'm not that. I may be jack of all trades, but I really make sure I master it. But even, but when we talk about how did I master, how long did I master? I could have mastered it in a shorter period if I did it and just focus on one thing alone. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Basically, important that that you focus and then you concentrate and be like a mule, like that. Don't go to the left and the right. Just focus. And you know that when you're running a race, you can't just be looking left and right, and look at your opponents. You get distracted. Next thing you know, you'll trip. Okay, but when you're focused, knowing that you are going to run a race, and your goal is to get to the finish line, and your goal is not just to get to the finish line. Your goal is to be the first one to go to the finish line. Get the night. Tomorrow is your off. So when you have goals, and I'm sorry, it's my best friend saying good night. So yeah, your goal is to be the first one to reach the finish line. Then you focus and you concentrate and you put all your energy, and you're running and running and running and running, and all you think of is the finish line. All you think of is you want to be the first one to get to that finish line because you won the prize, because you work so hard in a training, you work so hard. That's why in Empower People Academy, once you get in the academy, our goal is for you to get equipped to learn this business model and choose, and then eventually you're going to be running your own business, and that's the ultimate goal. You know, like I said, we're here. EPA is an academy. We're not a competitor of any MLM or any other business. We are here to equip you, to teach you, so that when you have your online business, you're able to just, and that's why I keep on saying the word solid business online. That it's not just you have this business next day or so, you lose it. You know, you're here at EPA is going to teach how to have a sustainable income or a residual income. I was telling you about Amazon, that I can do what I can do right now because I already have it in autopilot. And, and so yeah, I have like 5 more minutes. So yeah, that's that's the most important thing that I wanted to tell you, is to focus and to concentrate. Because even in my experience, when you have so many gifts and talents and abilities, looking back, if I concentrated on one thing, it would have been more, and I could have mastered that specific thing you know earlier than what happened. So yeah, so when you're in Empower People Academy, you expect that the courses that you're going to learn will not be like a library that you have it all in one platter. So that's it. Um, Thank you, Charisse, if you're here. Hopefully, I can have you in the next hangout. I love you and I miss you, and I think I'm gonna see you in one of the events, huh? So, uh, so yeah. Thank you, EPA guys. I'm gonna be activating accounts today. And for those people, make sure you give me your username on that thread. Yung first 50, I want to make sure, but of course, we're still going to work on the others. So I'm going to say goodbye. Well, not goodbye. See you later on the other side. I want to thank you for for watching this hangout. Soon the Nigeria people are going to be coming in by the third week of February or end of February. There's about 100,000 people that are coming into EPA. China is opening as well, so we have to launch solid Empower People Academy Philippines. I need all the leaders to make sure that you're ready for these other people. So again, this is Joy Heartwell, the founder of Empower People Academy. I love you, my EPA. Mwah! Bye.